like sit down, get in your chair, and then you jump at him.
I pressed the go for the
You're
live.
like, go! It's Jenna!
and then I ran back. I hit the go button, and then I ran back. Was like, "Hey, Jenna, hello." Okay, so hi, this is Jenna, and this is Conspiracies Unlocked. So that's Heather. I don't know what you want me to say. You're not speaking.
I'm drinking Diet Coke and I'm still this giggly, so there you go. Hi, I'm Heather.
And we are reading Britney Spears' autobiography, The Woman in Me. We are doing chapter 12. That is pages 69 to 77. And this is the part where I told Heather, oh my God, her chapters are getting long.
Yeah,
It's 8 pages. It's a longin' one.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a longin' one.
it's a longin'.
Well, Britney is living the dream in chapter 12.
Yeah, she's touring all over the world. What is Rock in Rio 3?
I don't know, but it's a festival that she performed at in January
In Brazil.
of 2001.
And she felt like a child.
And she was liberated.
She was 21. She was 20.
She was skinny dipping with her dancers and staying up all night and partying.
Which, according to her, she never was sinful like that before.
She was never sinful like that before, and she finally had
But she was drinking with her mom at 10.
13.
Whatever. It literally, in the last chapter, you're like, she was such a bad girl.
Yeah, and then she's like, I was finally liberated, and I was fearless, and I felt like a child, and I could just carefreely skinny dip with my dancers and stay up all night and talk, and she was 19 years old.
Yeah. I'm
So
trying
she
to see
was
what is...
An adult, but a young adult.
Oh, it's the 3rd Rock in Rio festival. They're still doing it now. It's 7 fucking nights. And it was headlined by Sting, R.E.M., Guns N' Roses, NSYNC, Iron Maiden, Neil Young, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Sounds fucking fun. And wait, if NSYNC was there, why wasn't she magnetized to Justin's hip? What was Justin doing?
Justin was probably skinny dipping somewhere else.
Yeah, so... Oh, and I love this. Okay, so are you all done talking about Rio?
I was just going to talk about the Dream Within the Dream tour.
Me too.
Perfect.
2001, Dream Within a Dream tour.
4th tour.
Yes, which is crazy because she just came out, 2 years ago, and she's already on her 4th tour. This is insane, guys.
They've been working her.
So she goes, it was so much fun on the tour, in this one of the songs, she got to battle a mirror version of herself. And she thought it was probably like a metaphor or something. And then
Britney.
And then she goes on to say, yeah, they were reflecting, she goes on to saying how, amazing Wade Robson was and all this stuff, and then she goes on to
Who's the person who choreographed
Yeah,
this?
who choreographed it. She's just praising everybody, and she goes, it was really reflecting a new, more mature phase in her life. That's the metaphor, Britney. It's probably for a metaphor or something. I was like, I want to shake her. I want to shake the book. I'm like, what is happening? So, anyways, that was her most favorite tour, the best one.
Yes. She said it was all magic. She went from her mall tours to the Oops, I Did It Again, to the 4th tour, and it just felt magic.
She's right where she needs to be, wants to be. This is her time to shine.
Yeah, 19 years old. She's on top of the world.
20 now.
Or 20,
yeah. It's 2001 now. So, in spring 2002, she hosted you're right. She just does it, lots of dates, time.
Yeah.
She doesn't really go into,
doesn't elaborate on anything.
I'm wondering if later on in the book she goes back a little bit and says, almost so now you know my whole, chronological life order. So, back in spring 2002, I realized, looking back, that this was shit or, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, she goes so back and forth with even just hear that, I don't know. But anyways.
I just wish she elaborated a little bit more.
Yeah, me too, because it is very surface. So spring 2002, she hosted SNL twice. She was the youngest person to host and perform in the same episode.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, SNL is older than her, right?
Oh, yeah, SNL's been around, I don't even know, 70s?
Yeah. And then she almost did the movie Chicago. And she was actually asked about 3 or 4 movies, and she was happy to turn down all the other movies, but she regrets not doing Chicago because she thought it would be fun to kill, like, because the main person, like, kills a man while she's singing and dancing, and she's like, that would have been, like, a perfect fit for me. And all I'm thinking is, how's that method acting working for you?
So then what? She's going to be stuck in this, like, murder
rampage thing for the rest of her life until her friend comes and takes her to CVS.
Buy some mascara or something, you know, it'll snap her out of it.
It reminded me of Jumanji. In Jumanji, the newer ones, the 2 newest ones. Roundhouse Ruby is on Ruby Roundhouse, Killer of Men.
Oh,
and she does dance fighting.
Oh, but then there's like the whole femme fatale, so maybe that's where she got her inspiration.
Yeah, who?
Britney.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
from the idea.
And then she goes on to say maybe training would help her to stop killing because of the method acting. Maybe she could have gotten some sort of training. Britney!
Yeah.
All right.
But
so,
at the same time, she says that she was trying not to rock the boat.
She
and
wanted
not
to stay
complain.
she wanted to stay in her safe zone.
Even if something was upsetting her, she was not going to let anybody know. So
unless she was doing a movie about it, then she could be an upset person or kill somebody.
Yeah, so I think maybe that's why, looking back, she was like regretting it because she could have let all of that out in the film, that she was holding back in her personal life.
Or she could have become a serial killer.
I don't think they would have let her because they
know.
Controlled her so much.
Yeah, well.
But,
so, I did not know. So, she goes forward to Justin and her living together in Orlando. I didn't know that they actually lived together.
I didn't either. I had no idea that they ever lived together. I thought that their relationship was, like, not for media, but, like, they just would see each other when they could because of different working environments.
Yes, and it does. When we say living together, it was just their home base. But they were all on tour so much in a way that they would come back every few months to spend 2 weeks together, sometimes up to 2 months together. Mm-hmm. But you're thinking of this relationship, they're only seeing each other for a week or 2 or 3 every 2 or 3 months.
But that also, anytime that they were on tour together, they had the opportunity after they were both done working to hang out with each other.
That's true too, and they were on tour a lot. They were together a lot, like the Rio place and all that. So they did have...
It also depends on where he chooses to spend his time.
I was going to say, it all depends on if they...
And where she chooses to spend her time. So if they were not keeping each other a priority, then maybe they really only saw each other every few months, a few weeks at a time.
But they loved each other so much, they were magnetized, remember?
I think in the beginning they were very magnetized. I don't know. I think she was magnetized to him and he was like pulling away.
So... her mom and Jamie Lynn came to visit in Orlando, and they got Jamie Lynn a red Mercedes, like little miniature one, because she obviously wasn't old enough to drive. She was like 10.
The little kid cars.
The little kid car, but it had working doors. It was like, it was the biggest one that you could possibly get, but it wasn't like a Power Wheels. I think it was like much more fancier than that.
Well, it was from FOA, or
I don't know what that is.
FAO Schwartz.
Yeah.
Which is like a really big toy company.
Oh, I didn't know
in New
that.
York, but they make like high-end, like fancy toys, and then like all kinds of stuff.
So Jamie Lynn, that's when she realized that Jamie Lynn really does get like whatever she wants, she gets it. And she compared Jamie Lynn to Ariana Grande's 7 Rings. I love that song.
Yeah, what is it? I want it, I got it.
I need it, or
I forget. I guess.
I want it, I got it. I don't know. I forget now.
How bad is that? I forget the lyrics.
And it's like the thing that she says.
You should look it up now.
Oh,
just that one line so we can actually just at least quote it correctly.
Yeah.
But Jamie Lynn basically was turning into a spoiled little brat.
Yeah. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it.
Oh, that's it. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it.
Yeah.
That's Jamie Lynn.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Britney was saying that when she was younger, she really loved the Madame Alexander dolls, and she had over at least 15 of them.
Yeah, that was her, like, main thing, because they didn't have money or anything, and Jamie Lynn is just growing up with her sister, insanely rich, that is literally buying her whatever she wants.
But those dolls were pretty expensive for, like, what I think it was the same cost of, like, an American Girl doll.
I was going to say, is that what okay.
And those can be, like, over $100.
Oh, wow.
Per doll.
Yeah.
The American Girl dolls are not cheap, so I
Yeah.
think the Madame Alexander is, like, in that, maybe a little bit less, but, like, in that
area, yeah,
price
from
range.
back then. Because,
Yeah.
American Girl dolls, I don't think came out until, like, the 90s, right?
I don't know when they came out, but I know the Madame Alexander dolls, they got to be like in the $50, $60 range at least.
And especially back then.
And that's a lot of money. Even now, I mean, $50 for a toy?
Not anymore, with minimum wage being $20.
I don't know. I just feel like it's still not reasonable in my opinion. Like, I don't want to spend that much for a toy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I just spent like $40 on a Hot Wheels set, and that's not even the most expensive one. That's not even the cheap one. That is the cheap one.
No, I know.
Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. It's insane.
Yeah.
So back then, for her to have 15 of these dolls was pretty special.
Yeah.
Is the way that I saw it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
But it was still not as much as what Jamie Lynn was getting, obviously, because Jamie Lynn's parents were not rich.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, at the time.
Yeah, of course. So then she goes on to the 2001 AMAs, the American Music Awards.
And that is when she started to match with Justin. And they did the matching denim, the iconic matching denim outfit, which was so amazing at the time.
I thought that was cute.
I
it was
did
her
too.
idea. I didn't know it was her idea.
Well, and they always like synchronized and like color coordinated, but they never like matched.
No, this is the iconic denim outfit.
With the denim hat, with the denim.
Yeah, everyone knows. You know what we're talking about here.
Yeah, and she co-hosted it with the 2001 AMAs with LL Cool J. And even she said that it was tacky, but she still like loves seeing the Halloween costumes of people because they still dress up as them.
And then she even said that she was like actually surprised that like the stylist and Justin agreed.
Yeah,
She was like,
we're
doing this.
doing it as a joke, and then
And then she also said that she heard on a podcast that JT saying that
that you do silly things when you're young and in love. So at least he was admitting that he loved her.
He did love her. I think that she loved him unconditionally, and I think he loved her more conditionally, though. It seemed like
That's a good way.
Yeah.
Because then we get into, do you have anything else to say about that?
No, then it's a good little segue.
Into that he definitely didn't love her unconditionally because he cheated on her lots of times.
Multiple times.
Britney knew it. And her friends would tell her, paparazzi would like have pictures of it, like all sorts of shit. Like there's unrefutable like proof.
Yeah. But she let it go because she said she was so into him. The tabloids did rub it in her face, and she didn't like that. But she kind of said it was just like one of those things that you know about, you just don't talk about.
Yeah, and then Britney says that she did cheat on Justin once to kind of be like, well, if you're doing it, then I'm doing it. With her choreographer, Wade Robson, who I thought was gay anyways, but whatever.
Yeah, but
And
they only made
out, and I'm like, Britney, you didn't cheat. Not to that extent to, like, get as, like, revenge cheating.
I mean, technically, yeah, she cheated. But, I mean, he was pictured in a car in London with one of the girls from All Saints.
Yeah, he was, like, cheating, and she was, like, cheating.
And
she's like, I cheated. I'm like, bless her heart.
Another time in Vegas, let's get into it.
Yeah.
He told one of the dancers, he pointed at like a random girl or some girl and said, yeah, man, I hit that last night.
Uh-huh.
Was he trying to be cool? I don't know, but did
The
he
dancer
probably
said
hit
that
her
he
that
was-
night? Probably. Like,
Not her, somebody.
yeah.
And Britney, like, admitted it to Justin that she cheated on him, and Justin just
they got past it.
They got past it.
And the reason why they probably got past it is because probably he was feeling guilty because he had cheated on her multiple times. And then when she admitted, like, that she had
kissed somebody,
then he was probably like, okay, I can get past that because you didn't, like, go all the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't
know.
have someone else's dick inside of your vagina.
I
But
don't know.
I've had my penis inside lots of other girls' vaginas.
I feel like he still would have, like, secretly hated her and been really pissed about it, though.
Yeah.
But she also does say that the person from Vegas was a famous woman who has kids, and she
has
doesn't,
like a nice life now, so she doesn't want to fuck with them.
yeah, she doesn't want to say the name of the person. I really want to know who it is, though.
I know.
I mean,
We could probably timestamp it and figure out when he was in Vegas, when that happened, and then figure out what other celebrities were in Vegas around him at the time.
there could have been so many in Vegas.
know.
So many.
When I was in Vegas last weekend, Biden was there.
What?
Yeah, dude, we got
Why
like so.
was Biden there?
I don't know. We got so delayed and just like I was stuck in the airport trying to like leave. Bryant couldn't get to me. It was like,
Oh my
yeah, it was
gosh.
a nightmare. Anyways, so then we move on to the pregnancy.
The
That we've been kind of waiting the whole book, and it's not super far in there. So she was like surprised that she was pregnant. She knew she wanted to be with Justin and that they would have a baby eventually. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So it wasn't tragic. It was just like, oh fuck, we're doing this now. But Justin was not happy. Justin was like, we're too fucking young for this. And so he was like, we need to get an abortion.
Yeah, so she basically said that she did not want to push him into being a father, and she agreed to not have the baby, and the abortion was not her first choice. She would have had the baby if Justin would have been on board and okay with her keeping the baby.
Mm-hmm.
But later she felt she made the wrong choice, that she had the abortion kind of just to please him, it seemed like. She didn't say that, but
she didn't even go to the hospital for the abortion because they didn't want the paparazzi or anything to happen. So she did it at home, and the only people who knew were Justin and Felicia. And she,
which is wild to me. How do you have an abortion at home? That's so unsafe.
She took pills, and she said it was the most agonizing pain that she's like ever been in. She still like remembers it, and it was just horrible. Because like, I wonder how far along she was, like.
She must not have been that far along if she
And
could
what
take a
pills,
pill.
especially I was trying to think, like, what pill in 2002 could you have taken? Like, they didn't have the morning after pill. Like, did they get something from, like, Mexico or some bullshit?
Well, because she was a celebrity, they could have got something that was, like, you know.
Before, like
not really on the market.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like.
I've actually never heard of anyone having an abortion by taking pills, but I don't know. I know that there's a lot of different ways you can. I don't know all the ways. Like, I don't really know. I guess I'd never really, like, thought about
Well,
it.
in, like, the 70s, they used to use a coat hanger, so when they said at home, I was like, oh, no.
That's what I thought. Because I've seen that in movies.
Yeah.
I've seen that in movies where they use a coat
back
hanger. And I'm
alley
like,
fucking, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
But I guess pills, it did make me think of the morning after pill.
Yeah, but they didn't have that then, the Plan B.
The morning after pill, you don't even know if you're pregnant if you take that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like literally the morning after. So
you
she
have
wouldn't.
30 days, 72 hours to take it.
Yeah, so she wouldn't have known she was pregnant.
No.
She had to have been at least, 6 weeks or 5 weeks or.
With each of my kids, I found out right before 4 weeks.
Okay, so 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was only a couple weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was like before I even missed my period. I knew because I could feel the twinge.
Yeah, you
I
can
hate
just
that twinge.
you just know when you're
I
pregnant.
hate that twinge.
You know when you're pregnant, okay?
Yeah.
Your body knows. But the thing that I thought was really fucking weird, that really was weird to me, is that while she stated that she took the pills, she was in excruciating pain, laying on the bathroom floor. Justin was there with her, like laying with her while she was sobbing and crying because she was in so much pain, and he was right there by her side. But for some reason, he thought that maybe music would help her, and he grabbed his guitar and he started singing to her.
I would have literally smashed that guitar over his goddamn head.
What the heck? I wonder what song he sang to
What
her.
narcissistic little asshole.
Isn't that the weirdest thing you've ever heard?
I would literally hit him over. I would take it and I would smash it on the toilet, and I don't even know. Like, anytime that, like, I'm sick like that and Brad tries to like comfort me, or like anybody like talks to me, touches me, does anything, I'm like,
No, but it's not even that. It's the point that she's having an abortion with the baby that she really in her heart wanted to keep because she wanted to marry him and have a family with him. And he, like, kind of forced her to have the abortion, and now he's gonna, like, sing to her while she's having it? It's just weird.
so weird.
It's so fucking weird. And, like,
Sing to Kumbaya.
read the room, Justin! Read the room! She's
Oh my
fucking,
God.
like, emotionally wrecked, physically wrecked. Like, her heart is being ripped out of her body because that's her, like, unborn
Literally.
child. And she doesn't even want to go through this, and you're fucking singing to her?
Huh?
Whatever song he sang to her is
not
probably,
enough.
like, would be so triggering if I ever heard that song again.
Yeah.
I would probably have nightmares from that moment.
So
that was just the whole thing. That made me, out of everything that people say about Justin Timberlake, and oh, he was so, that's the one thing I would always be like, if I ever met him, why did you sing to Britney when she was on the floor having an abortion with your child? Like,
He'd probably deny it because a lot of people have come out and said, this is her memory. It's not true. It's not, you know, a lot of things are like exaggerated or not exactly the way it was.
It's just weird. Unless he was like kind of like panicking and he didn't know what to do, so he just defaulted to a song.
Default.
like a robot.
Like an NPC.
Yeah.
He only has like 3 things that he
He's
can
like,
do. So
oh,
he's like,
sing!
this
Girls
one.
like it when I sing! Sing! Like, it's so weird. It's the weirdest part of the whole book. It's like, and it's the only thing, isn't it? And it's the only thing that's like
Girls like it.
real, kind of real.
Yeah.
Like that moment. I can see it all happening and it doesn't make sense. I mean,
I know, I could picture her like over the, like, hugging the toilet.
like she's like crying, and
then
he's like,
and I can picture her like him like sitting on the edge of the like the bathtub. There.
what are you doing?
So, anyways,
Justin, you're weird.
it really like that like messed her up emotionally. Which if I ever got an abortion, I know it would mess me up emotionally. Like I couldn't do it. Like I don't care if you do it. I don't care who does it. I'm totally pro-choice. But for me myself, like I couldn't do it.
I just think that
at
I
all.
just can't get past him singing to her.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden she goes that she completely didn't see the breakup coming.
Yeah, he wanted you to have that abortion so he'd have no ties to you and he can just get rid of you, girl.
Mm-hmm. She should have seen it and she didn't see the breakup coming.
He's already cheating on you left and right with everyone. Seems like.
Yeah. So,
Sadly.
well, I think it's also they had different, the way that they were raised were very different. She was raised Southern girl, Southern.
Dude, he was in beauty pageants when he was a kid. Have
But
you seen him in these beauty pageants? He was Southern.
No, he was from Orlando, Florida. Florida's kind of fucking weird.
But isn't Florida like
No.
South? Florida is South.
No,
it's not
but
considered-
Orlando,
It's
yeah.
not considered
It's not
Southern.
like
Oh,
country
yeah.
South, like Midwest South. And
Yeah.
Orlando is actually north. It's like
Oh,
it's
okay.
like an hour away from Georgia, 2 hours away. Like in Orlando is.
But I do
most
remember
part.
seeing like him as a child, like in some kind of pageant singing.
I thought that he was singing for the Mickey Mouse Club. That was that one is different. It makes sense.
I don't know. It could have been Mickey Mouse Club.
Either way,
but whatever he was
He doesn't
doing,
come from down south Southern
Yeah.
comfort. He
No.
comes from what the fuck, Florida. What the Florida?
Oh wait, yeah, I've actually heard people make jokes about like must be
Anything-
from Florida.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, on KSON because
Oh yeah, what the Florida?
what the Florida?
Oh yeah.
Because weird shit. If you could just Google Florida news,
Mhm.
all the weird shit
I
happens
think
in
it's because
Florida.
they have like alligators and stuff, so weird
They
stuff
have
can happen.
alligators in Louisiana. All across there, Mississippi, Louisiana, all that shit.
Well-
I went on an alligator like tour on a water boat and saw lots of alligators.
Yeah. So I have been to Florida.
But Florida has Gatorland. I went there too in Orlando.
I went to Jacksonville, Florida.
I don't know what that is. I've only been to Orlando.
It's like basically like the ocean beach of Florida. It reminded me of Ocean Beach.
so it's
on
over
the
closer to
it's
the,
the
on
border-
the east.
It's on the border of
Georgia.
Georgia. Mhm.
Okay, so Orlando is like 2 hours below that.
Mhm.
But to get to like South Florida, like to the Keys, it's like 4 hours down. So no, I totally lied. I've been to the Keys. Me and Sandy drove all the way down to the Keys.
I've only been to Jacksonville.
I've flown into Orlando, and then me and Sandy drove all the way down to the very tip point of the Keys, stayed the night in one of those hotels, and then drove back up.
Because I was in Savannah, and then we went to Jacksonville, and then we went to South Carolina.
Yeah, I almost went to one of the Carolinas when I was in Tennessee.
And we went to...
Because I was like 45 minutes from... we were in Gatlinburg, and it was like 45 minutes from North or South Carolina. And I was like, bro, let's just drive it just to be like, we've been to whatever Carolina. Like, it's right there.
Yeah, I
we
just did like all the that little circle right there. Like
yeah, the tri-state, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
It was fun.
Anyways, that is the end of chapter 12, and... be sure to listen for our chapter 13 episode.
Coming up very
Coming
soon.
up right now. And it's a doozy. It's a whole whopping 1 page.
Should we just do it now?
Oh, no. No.
One page?
Yeah, we'll do it. No, we'll do it later. You have to come back for it.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.